Hey, what up? Welcome to a little Google Tips crash course. We're going to do some the essentials, if you will, the essentials of having using Google products, tools. And again, we can take this down any avenue you guys want. It's mainly depends on what would add you value, what helps you, what do you want? What do you want to know about? So just in the chat, if you want, let me know. If you're watching this later, totally cool. You can't really give input live. That's how that works. But if you need to hit me up, just, holla at your boy, tylertarver@gmail.com. So we are going to be going through Google. So I'm going to show you where to go. Okay. So I'm going to show you where to go to get access to this Google Tips presentation. This is a, anywhere from 3 to 6 hour Google training that I do, but I want to give you access to all of it. Okay. And most of it you won't have to use, but I try to make it pretty easy to follow in case you do want to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and toss this up here. This is where you want to go. tarveracademy.com/resources. Okay. So this is just a blank, Google Chrome page, a little welcome page. You're going to go to tarveracademy.com/resources. That's going to get you to this presentation. All right. Now, from here, you put in your email address. You're like, well, Tyler, I don't want to be on your email list and get an email every Monday with tips and free resources. That's fine. Put in any email address you want. Does not matter. Just toss in an email address. Once you click get access, it pops up all these free templates, all these free tempies, all these templates that you can click and make a copy of, and you can use all this. This is not, we're going to go through a couple of these things as we go today. If you guys really want to lean in, we can just straight up talk about this stuff, but you can go in there. You're going to go to tarveracademy.com/resources. And when you put your email in, go to Google stuff right here. And you're going to want to go to Ultimate Google Presentation. Ultimate Google Presentation. So once you click on that, that's going to bring up this all the shenanigans we're talking about today. So you're more than welcome to go in, check it out, and ride with it. Ultimate Google Presentation. So if you want to get that, go get access there. If not, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to help you make your life a little bit easier using Google. Okay. So I'm going to skip the little about me. I'm going to skip the intros, and I'm just going to go to navigation. No breathing. Anybody? Nope. Okay. Very millennial, Tyler. So what you could do is from slide 16, this is a navigation bar so that you can jump around to anything you want within this presentation. So you can go in, you can jump to, Google Chrome, you can jump to Classroom, YouTube. Let's say you want to go to YouTube. You want to learn about YouTube, or you want YouTube resources. Click on the YouTube link and then click that. It's going to jump to the slide that has YouTube. So my thought process in making this presentation was that you can learn without me. And so that's why I give it out. I'm like, hey, a lot of people, if you have to give presentations on Google stuff, then totally cool. Totes cool. You can make a copy of this presentation, delete my name, put your name, and delete slides you don't like. I don't want you to start from scratch when you're making your own Google presentations, or maybe you just want to learn about this stuff. I try to make it to where it is sufficient for you to learn without me being in the room, because if I'm in the room, that's creepy. Hopefully your school had me come visit. If not, that's weird that I'm hanging out in the room with you. So you can click here, like this right here, the YouTube. This is an hour and a half YouTube video walking you through tons of different stuff with YouTube and education. So you click through and it goes through all those slides. So let's scroll back to the top. So that's slide 16. That is your navigation. How y'all doing? If you're here, let me know in the chat. Say what's up. Say hello. Say hello if you're here in the chat. If you're not here in the chat, we're all doing our best. Ain't no hate in the game, if you will. So don't cook him, chat, as they say. So the first thing I want to show you, and this is one of my favorite little tips that you can use, is right here on slide 18 and 19. These right here, these are things that you should put in anything you give students, because very often we find ourselves being all of our... Barbara, what's up? Hello. Good to see you. Barbara, great. I hope you're doing great. Hope life's treating you right. Hope you're doing great. So anytime you're teaching, does anyone else ever find themselves becoming all of their students like personal assistant for everything? Like, how do I do this? How do I do this? Where's this website that we go to every day for 6 weeks and I can't remember? Here's where I would take this slide 18, to put important links. You can delete links you don't like. I've got some in there, but you can also add different things. And then you go into Google Help videos. This is one I really like because very often we end up helping our students do all this like basic stuff that they should just learn how to Google how to do. But this way you give them a little guided help. These are all, that's not all my YouTube tutorials on Google stuff, but it is the ones that most, hey, watching from Ghana, Bernard, what's up? Great to have you here. So whenever you go in, you can share this slide, put it in presentations you give students. And anytime they have issues, like how do I mark assignment complete in classroom? Well, you can say, click on the Google Cheat. Click there and it goes to a YouTube ad, but it goes to a YouTube video walking them through exactly how to do that. So after the ad, it would show that and it shows them exactly how to do it. That way you're helping them, you're guiding them, but you're not holding their hand through the process. So there you go. So what I usually do is I tell people to take these two slides and you just go over to the thumbnails, hold shift, click on those, and then you hit Command C if you're on a Mac, Control C if you're on a Chromebook or a PC. And then I'm going to show you another little trick. If you need a slideshow presentation really quick, you can type in slide.google.com and it's going to create a brand new Google slide for you in a few seconds. Like it's, oh, sorry, slides. Oh, no. Sorry. I messed up. Slides.new. Slides.new creates a brand new Google slide if you're signed in. Creates a brand new Google slide for you. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. I got to sign in. There we go. Sorry, this is my burner account. Oh my gosh. Don't look. Hey. Sorry. Cover your eyes. Protect yourself. Okay. Oh, good. They got new modern templates. Took long enough. So what I did was I copied those other two slides, and then any presentation you give outside of that, you go in and you're like, this is a presentation on the War of 1812. Boom. And then I want to add in those two slides. So now I just hit Control V or Command V if you're on a Mac. Boom. And those two slides are now in here. So now you have those Google Help videos built into every slideshow you do. So it's like you get a set of websites you really like through this one, and then you got the tutorials, and you could trim these tutorials up to what you care about, and you can put that on there, and then you can go out and just copy paste those into any presentation that you give. So pretty sweet little way to save yourself time. But okay, so this right here, we're not in Summer PD, but whenever you do Summer PD, this is a template. Once you click on this, it's going to build you a template. You make a copy and it's yours. Build you a template to be able to take notes so that you can actually use this stuff in the future. So if you want to use it for this presentation, you're more than welcome to. You can fill in the blanks. You can personal goal for the session, notes, big takeaways, all that. And remember, and these all expand, expand based on what you're writing. So that's a nice little template to take notes whenever you are working. You're in trainings, you're in PD, professional developments, PDev, as some people say. So okay, let's jump to the next little tip. So if you is anybody in here a Google Level 1 educator, Google Level 1 or Level 2 educator? Let me know in the chat. Anybody everywhere. If you want to become one and you're not a Level 1 educator, this right here is a skills checklist so that you can go through. My buddy Eric Kurtz built this checklist of all these skills you need to be able to pass the Level 1 educator exam. And then I went in and made tutorial videos on all of it. So if you wanted, you could just make a copy of this. And then you're like, oh, okay. And you work your way down the list. I know how to create files. I know how to access files. I know how to organize files, but I don't know how to work with this. Click it and it goes to a YouTube video walking you through how to do that. So just a little way that you can study and be ready for the Level 1 educator exam or Level 2. I've got a Level 2 I've started, haven't finished yet, but there is a little tip. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you from Google is Gemini. In the chat, has anybody used Gemini? Anybody familiar with Gemini? Have you worked using Gemini in any capacity? Okay. The next question is, have you used ChatGPT? Okay. Gemini is Google's version of ChatGPT. So for instance, if you go to Gemini.google.com, by the way, anything you want to use for Google, just what it is, .google.com. Click that. Chat with Gemini. Use Gemini. I agree. Continue. Boom. It is. I can type in, just like you can type in like a plan a road trip starting in Little Rock, Arkansas, and ending at a Warriors game in San Francisco. Hey, how about that Luka trade? That's crazy. Francisco. I know how to spell that probably. It'll figure it out. It's really smart. Ending in San Francisco over 2 weeks. Stop at highly rated food places and 5-star hotels. We on per diem along the way. Also plan stops at, I can make this bigger. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Also, did I delete all that? San Francisco. Come on, come back, little buddy. I've already deleted it. Okay, it's okay. You get the idea. Francisco, let me just do this. Stop at highly rated food places along the way. Oh. SCO. Stop at highly, this is taking longer than I anticipated. Sorry. Rated food places along the way and 5-star restaurants. Nobody knows how to spell restaurants correctly. Restaurants. Also stop at historical monuments. Plan the trip down to the time between each stop and miles. Also have estimated cost for each stop. Put in table format. Here, most of you use ChatGPT, but the reason I like this and the reason I use this example is because I like put in table format, and I'm going to show you why. Hit enter. It's going to plan the road trip. Important considerations. Cool. 5-star restaurants. There it is. It is now planning our trip. Stopping in Oklahoma City. We got Cadillac Ranch. That's dope. Okay. George O'Keeffe Museum. There we go. Got all of our stops. Book tickets in advance to Alcatraz. There we go. Now, this is what I love. And this is why, honestly, I make TikToks. Oh, look, estimate total. That's great. I make like little shorts talking about how educators are going to be using this stuff in the future. And the reason is because it's going to be integrated into everything. You might not go to gemini.google.com, but you're going to use Gemini built into Docs Classroom. They're already rolling it out. Right here, export to Sheets. I click on this. It's going to create a spreadsheet of what I just made. And then I can do wrap text just because that's getting on my nerves. Wrap the text. Boom. We now have ourselves planned trip. Oh, quick little Sheets tip. Do y'all ever scroll down and I lose the header? This right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. Y'all see that when it puts a little Mickey Mouse hand on there? Drag that down. It's going to lock in your top, and then you can drag this over and it'll lock in the side. So that way, when you scroll over, it stays there. So look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. And then obviously you need to, sorry, it's just really bothering me. We've got to color code it. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So that's a quick little tip in using Gemini. Also, you're going to see this. I don't know if you haven't seen it rolled out, it means your school hasn't opened it up yet, but let's say I want a brand new doc. Ready? Doc.new. Click on that. Now, I have Gemini built in. Once they roll this out for your district or for you, when you open up a doc, you can hit create a document. And then I can have it say, create a 45-minute lesson plan for geometry students, 10th grade on slope intercept. Make it hands-on and highly interactive and engaging. Also include bell ringers and assessment for the end. Tie to Arkansas state standards. Now I'm still in Docs. Hit create. It's going to create it from the doc. I'm not going to leave the doc. That's why I'm like, I love ChatGPT, but Gemini being already built into everything I'm already using, that is the W. That is what that is what I love the most about using Gemini, because I don't have to leave. I don't have to go anywhere else. I don't have to copy paste and worry about formatting. It builds it for me directly in the apps I'm already using. So there we go. Look at that. Oh, it even does headers now. That's cool. Dang, Google, so hot right now. Arkansas State Standards, lesson objectives, materials, bell ringer, intro, hands-on activity, Slope City, Slope City, Slope City. There we go. And then I would go in. Now, here's the thing. People are like, oh, well, teachers are just going to click that and do whatever it says. They're not going to check it. Here's the deal. If a teacher's doing that, that teacher's already just Googling for stuff, and they're already going out and they're copy pasting from Teachers Pay Teachers. At least this way, it's a little more targeted. It's better than what they were doing. But ideally, I think most teachers, most good teachers, they're going to go through here. They're going to adjust, adapt, and make it applicable for their specific students. So I think that's going to be a really cool thing that you're going to see more and more of in the future. So pretty cool. Gemini is pretty cool. And then I've got a few prompts in here. If you want to try those out, you're more than welcome to toss them in there. So I love a few of the things I love tying in what you're trying to teach to something they already know. So for instance, I'll show you this because I love this. This is a great little hack for helping students learn. So I'm going to start a new one. So I'm trying to teach my 8th grade students about important people from the Revolutionary War. Let's see. They know a lot about current NBA basketball. Tie those historical figures and events to current NBA things to help them learn. Enter. So I love taking something they like or they know about and then tying it into modern people. So like George Washington, he's like LeBron or Steph Curry. You got Lafayette, who is similar to like an international player like Joel Embiid or Giannis. Then you got revolutionary. You got like Vince Carter, Andre Iguodala. So it's like it's tying it into different people. So I love that. I think it's a great way for students to learn, and that's using Gemini. And Gemini just rolled out and guaranteed like a ton of safety stuff. So they're really good. Really good. It's good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Next little resource. This right here, this is an activity that I think is really helpful for teachers to do with students. At least you can do it during like an advisory period, tag, or maybe if you had like an extra 20 minutes at the end of class. It's a 13-minute video, I think. And so it's just a quick little video. I made it similar to it's like Bill Nye, but try to make it more modern, but with a lot smaller budget. And so the idea is how students can be successful in school. I tied it to remote learning, but it's based off of Tinto's theory of student retention, which wasn't based on remote learning. It was based on in-person learning. But students, honestly, even though I talk a lot about remote learning in the video, it is more helpful. It's more helpful for students. I think it's helpful for students because they're going to be taking an online course at some point, either in K-12 or maybe college. They'll be doing something remote. I think it's really cool. And I've also got these resources, a PDF and a Google Doc you can make a copy of and give to students. So like right there, you could go in, here's a PDF, you could print it off, or you could just have them make a copy onto their computer and then fill it out. It's about, finding people to hold you accountable and trying to be successful in school. So I like it. I like that resource. Probably too much because it took a long time and I'm really, really proud of it. Okay. So next, let's talk cheat sheets. So I've got a couple things that you can use. One is a cheat sheet for you as a teacher, and you can make a copy of this and share it with your teachers in your grade or on your team. If you want, after you make a copy, you can delete my name, put your name on it, and pretend like you made it. That is totally cool with me. I have nothing against you taking credit for stuff that I've done, as long as it makes you look dope. That's all I've ever wanted, is to make you look dope. So go in. It's a Google teacher cheat sheet. These are all tutorials on things that teachers usually have issues with related to these Google platforms. Also got some YouTube stuff, tech, YouTube channels that I recommend, and then a few more. I need to do like a revamp, teacher cheat sheet 2.0. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. You talked me into it. Thank you guys for your encouragement. I've also got one, and we talked earlier about the cheat sheet for students where it's built into a Google slide. Here it is as a website where students, these are all stuff that students usually have issues with. It's different than the teacher one because it's, one's a student, one's a teacher. But you can go in, make a link to this, put it. I would take this right here. I would go to Google Classroom. Google Classroom. And you take a class. Boom. Here's a fake class. Click on that. I can go into classwork, create. I want to make this a material, Google cheat sheet. Before you ask me something about Google, look on here first, or maybe just Google it. And then we want to attach the link, add link, and then I want to put it under the topic of classroom resources, post. So, and again, if you're not using Google Classroom, maybe you're using like Canvas, or what's the other one? What's the other one people use? Schoology, maybe. You can put it on there, but wherever you put it, just toss it in. That way, whenever students need help, they can go to Classroom Resources and check that before they ask you. Sorry, I burped inside my head. My bad. Okay, so we're going to keep rolling. Oh, I want to show you this. So Nottingham, this one right here in the chat. I'm sorry, hiccup. Now I've got hiccups. This is great. Burping and hiccups. That's what you want for live streams. Have you ever, like if you have a personal Gmail account, then you have a work Gmail account. Have you ever accidentally, like you click on something, like you're in your work account, but you click on something, you switch the account over, you're like, here we go. And you pick up your other account, and then you try to open a document and it's like, sorry, you don't have access to that. Does that ever happen to you guys? Ugh, it's the worst. So annoying. Here's the reason that's happening. That is happening because you're switching between accounts right here. You need to switch between accounts and you can't see it, but look, do you see where this picture is right here? Don't switch there. Go to the little photo above it. You see the little photo above it? That's where you need to switch. You need to switch in your Google Chrome accounts, not in your within your Gmail account. So like this is switching between your Gmail account. This is when your Gmail account is attached to your specific Chrome. So that's the trick. You need to have multiple ones. Now, if you're on a Chromebook, I believe you can only be signed into one of those. There's a workaround. I don't remember it. Much smarter people than me showed me, and I don't remember. But you can swap around on a Chromebook. It's just a little bit more. It's a little harder. So you need on your MacBook or your PC, if you have one of those, you just swap around from the little circle above that circle. Okay. Next, other than that, one thing you should be utilizing is your bookmarks bar. Let me show bookmarks bar. Show bookmarks bar. Bam. There it is. So right here, this is your bookmarks bar. It's a great way to organize what you're doing, and I don't think a lot of people utilize it well. All right. So whenever you have, like, the problem with a bookmarks bar is once you bookmark a few things, like say you wanted to bookmark, tarveracademy.com/resources, whatever, and you want to bookmark it. So I go click this little star. Here's the trick, and you can't see it on there because it's not showing that. But when you click on the little star, you don't need to have a title for the website. Just delete the name of the website and add it to the bar. Do you see how it's just a logo now? Look at this. Now I have room for multiple. These icons are called favicons. I have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these are in about the size of one if I was just putting it with the full name. So delete the name when you save the website. Now, you're thinking, that's great, grand, and wonderful, Tyler. But what if I have lesson plans that are all in different Google Docs, and I need to save those Google Docs in the bookmarks bar, but all the Google Doc favicons, good job, all the Google Doc favicons, they all look the exact same. So it looks like a bunch of Google Docs. It looks like this. Everything looks the same. What I do is I have those under folders. So what you do is you right-click, and you can't see it, but you right-click on the bookmarks bar, and you go to Add Folder. And when you do, you can drag and drop different things into here. So like I can take this classroom and I can drag it into the folder that says discipline. Boom. And I can put it there. You can organize your entire life. Everything I use, every website I use on a daily basis is organized up there in that bookmarks bar, so I don't have to go search for it. So get organized. Another little tip is there's websites like Gmail or Google Classroom or Drive, websites that you use constantly throughout the day, but they take up a lot of valuable real estate up here at the top, little tab city. What you can do is you can go up to that tab and you right click and then go to the word pin, P-I-N. So if you want to try it now, click on the tab, go to pin, bam, look at it. Do you see it? Now it is just a small version of that. Pin, bam, look at that. I save a ton of room and I don't accidentally delete those tabs. So the 3 or 4 or 5 websites, I actually have like 6 or 7 websites that I have pinned up there at the top. And that way I can click and bounce around to them with ease. All right. So pin those tabs, create bookmarks. These are all ways you can save yourself time. Now, I showed you earlier, gmail.com, Tyler. So I showed you earlier a Gemini thing, and I want to show you an extension that can save you some time. All right. So let's say, okay, let me find something that is appropriate for me to reply to. So let's say I got, there we go. So this was an email I sent out to my email list. Okay. So there you go. There's the email. Let's pretend this was an email from, oh, no. Let's just make one. So compose. I'm going to write it to Tyler at Tarberg. I'm writing an email to myself. Let's pretend this is from a student. How do I unsubmit an assignment in Google Classroom? Okay. Hit send. So now let's pretend that I just got that from a student. So I just got that email. Boom. So this is an email I got from a student. What you can do is once you turn on, I don't have it on. I have the Chrome extension though, so it's fine. What you can do is you can have something turned on called, actually, no, I do have it turned on. So once Gemini gets turned on for your Gmail, you can click right there on Help Me Write, and it pops up this little bar. Let me hide this banner real quick. Get out of here, Bruce Banner. It pops up this little feedback bar. I can just, it's AI built into your Gmail. Reply and give them easy step-by-step instructions. Hit create. It's going to read their email and reply to their email. And I can just click insert. Boom. Hi, Tyler. It's responding to Tyler, who sent the email. You can unsubmit an assignment in Google Classroom by following these steps. Hit 4 steps. Once you've unsubmitted it, you can make the necessary changes to resubmit it. Send. I just made my life easier because I do not have to write up a thing, number it out, figure out the steps. It's built into it. Yes, I could have copied what they said, gone to ChatGPT, pasted it in there. I could have done all that. But instead, I just hit reply, answer this, bam. Great way to save time. I use this in my email pretty often. Not pretty often. I use it probably out of 1 out of every 5 or 6, 5 to 10 emails. But what I always do is I go back through that generated response and I adjust things. Like if you're a millennial, you're required by law to put in like 1 billion exclamation points for no reason. Does anybody else do that? Put in like 1 billion exclamation points? I know I do. All right. So there you go. Great little tip. If you don't have that turned on for you yet, you can use what's called Merlin. So this is called Merlin. It's a Chrome extension. And so it will go in and it'll do the exact same thing, but it's a Chrome extension and it attaches to ChatGPT. And so you can use it to save yourself time. While we are on the trend of, sorry, I'm chewing my finger. That's gross. Don't do that on live streams, Tyler. While we are on the trend of Google Chrome extensions, I want to show you what is possibly, I used to say Autocrat was my favorite Chrome extension. This is now my favorite Chrome extension for teachers in the history of the world. I'm not kidding. It is amazing. Y'all ready? So let's say you are about to teach on the War of 1812. You Google search it. You find, look at this, Wikipedia, bam. Let me make that a little smaller. Okay, so we got the War of 1812 on here. Now, this Chrome extension that I'm about to show you is called Brisk. BRISK. All right. It is the greatest Chrome extension in the history of Google Chrome extensions. You ready? Whenever you want to create something from a website, you go to War of 1812. I can go here and I can click. Once you add Brisk, it'll pop up this little black B in the bottom right-hand corner of any website you go to. I can click on that. Oh, goodness, I got to sign in. Hold on. I agree. Take everything from me, Google. Here we go. We sign in. Okay. Once you click that B for Brisk on any website, you can go to Create. And you're like, I need to do a presentation on this. I can go to Presentation. I can say, create a presentation web page. I can even give it more parameters. Be funny and use puns. Make it relevant for a class who watches the TV show The Office way too much. Okay. Then I can pick the grade level. Let's say we want it to be 9th grade. So I picked 9th graders, 10 slides, hit next, Brisket. And then it is going to, look at this, no hands, Ma. From that web page, any web page you go to, it will create the War of 1812. That's what she said. Probably don't put that on your class for your students. But it is creating, it's creating a presentation from all that information in seconds. Remember, this is the phrase I like to use anytime you use an AI or any of these tools. This is your first draft, not your final draft. So you would read through it, you would adjust things, edit things, you would do anything you need to make this exactly what is relevant for your students. But I could go in, that's a declare war, that's a bold strategy, and that's from Dodgeball. Okay, watch this. I'm going to show you another Google tip. Let's say you want to add images in here. You open up a new tab. I'm going to type in bold strategy cotton, and I want to make it a GIF, GIF. So you can do this with photos or GIFs. You can click on it. I have the image up here in Google search. If you want to put that into your presentation, all you have to do, click on it, drag it up to the tab, hold it, and then drop it in your presentation. Easiest way to drop these things in there. And you can add GIFs. Let's say you want to do the same thing for images, how the turntables. So let's do The Office, how the turntables, and we want a GIF. We want a meme. Kids love them memes. There we go. Oh, that's a GIF. We don't want GIF. Oh, there it is. There's an image. Same with images. Click, drag, hold, and drop. Easiest way to put images into your presentations. Super, super easy way to do that. And then you go in and adjust your presentation. This is one of my favorite tools. And you're like, well, Tyler, what if I already have my presentations, but I want an easy way to create an assessment out of it? Oh my gosh, thanks for asking. Now, this can be with presentations you made with Brisk, or it can be with presentations you already have. So I'm going to go here. I'm in a presentation, whether Brisk made it or you've had this presentation in Google Slides for 10 years. I go to my little B. I understand. Got it. I'm just logging me in again. Log in, boy. All right, create. I want to go to quiz. And then I want to go to multiple choice, 9th grade. Hit next. You can pick if it's a doc or a Google form. We'll put a Google form. Now, from your presentation, again, whether Brisk made the presentation or it's yours, it's creating a brand new Google form from scratch, based on your presentation. The easiest way to create quizzes, to create all this stuff for students, and it even has the correct answers already selected. Now you're cleaning it up, you're adjusting it, you're making it relevant, you're checking on it. Maybe you take the test first, that's fine. Go in and make this exactly what your students need that's going to help them, okay? So I have noticed this. Somebody made a comment on one of my TikToks when I was promoting this. They were like, I just hate how it selects B for everything. Okay, it looks like on most of these it's B or C. Hit settings, and then you want to turn on, where is it? Presentation. Where is it? Shuffle. No, not shuffle question order. We want to shuffle the options. Where is it? Question defaults. Come on now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on, little buddy. Results, link to submit another. Shuffle question order. I mean, you could do that. That doesn't really do what we want, though. Let's see. I thought there was a thing you could select where it would automatically. It's okay. If you need to, maybe go in and adjust a couple of these. You just grab it by the 3 dots. That's not a good one to switch around. This one is. Bam. Look at that. Oh, I think it's in here, maybe. Settings. Shuffle option order. There it is. So in there on the CrossFit Snowman, do shuffle option order. That's what you can do. So it'll shuffle them up. There you go. Sweet. So that's one of my favorites. You can also do this. Another one. A lot of people were like, oh, what about with a YouTube video? So let's say you're on YouTube. YouTube. And then we want to search. Oh, look, there's our live. Hey, what's up? All right. Let's say we got a live. We'll do it from this video I put on my sports card channel. So from here, hit that like button always, my boy. So what you can do is brisk, and this could be related to obviously educational stuff, but I can hit the B for brisk. I could say, let's go. Brisk, create. I could do a quiz. I can create a presentation. A lot of people, what they'll want to do from YouTube videos, yes, they'll do a quiz from a YouTube video, but a lot of people want to do what's called guided notes. So if a student is watching a YouTube video, you want the notes for them to fill out as they go, okay? As they go. So we can click guided notes, bam, create guided notes about this YouTube video, hit brisket, and it's going to take that YouTube video. It's using the transcripts from the video, and it is going to create guided notes for you to give to your students. So look at this, speaker's name, event attended, like it's requiring them to go through and add, like essentially watch to be able to do this. Like, and I like how they make it really thorough so that you would have to like legit watch the video, or else you're like, well, they could just search the transcript. Yeah, well, they're still doing a lot of work because it's asking them to fill in a lot of parts. So love, love, love that feature inside of Brisk. Okay, sweet. So let's keep rolling. If you guys have anything you want me to cover, let me know in the comments. We got about 8 minutes left. So if you got anything specific you want me to cover, holla at your boy and let me know. I will cover it. A couple quick tips. Let's do Google Drive. I've got a longer video on Google Drive here if you want to watch on my Google Drive section. But basics for Google Drive. The best way to stay organized in Drive, let me see. Where go? Drive.google.com. Don't go to specific file. There we go. Easiest way, go to home or my Drive. The best way to keep your Google Drive organized, after you get a bunch of folders and you get everything like in places, the annoying thing is like scrolling down and like waiting on things to upload, especially if it gets like really big and there's a ton of stuff. What I recommend is any folders you use a lot, go in to the name, go to rename, and put an asterisk, an emoji, or an underscore at the beginning. That'll make those 3 or 4 or 5 folders you use the most, it'll make them pop to the top of this. Also, I use this little drop down on the left. See this little drop down for my Drive? That's how I scroll through my folders. This is my burner account, so it doesn't have near the stuff in it. But it's, you know, it's got plenty in there. You can click and drag things from here to here. So like I could take, let's say I want to take this document, click, drag, and drop. I can drag it into folders from there. So great way to organize if you're in a pinch or you need to make it quicker. I like that method. Only other thing from Drive, I'm trying to think. I use Recent a lot. So anytime you work on something or add something, Recent is your best friend because this is stuff you just worked on, things you just uploaded, stuff you just did. And so that's a really easy way to access anything that you're wanting to access. Okay, sweet. Next, let's see if there's anything else. Google Docs. You know, we've been using Docs for a while. Remember, doc.new. We'll create a brand new Google Doc. The main things with Docs, the biggest upgrade they've had in years is this, you know, create, where you can have it AI help build out what you're doing. Letter of recommendation. That's a great one for that. Any of that stuff, you could say, create a document, create a template for me to use on letters of recommendation for 11th graders applying to college. I'm Dr. Tyler Tarver of Tarver Academy. I teach, what do I teach? Let's say I teach history. Never got to. That was my major in college. Never got to teach it. I teach history. Use blanks where I can fill in info on the student. Hit create. It's going to create a template for me. Great way to create templates. Personally, if I'm doing letters of recommendation, I'm going to weave in about the student. This will be a way to make a template, but dear recipient's name, like I would do it to where the kid tells me about what they like, where they're applying or where they're going. And then I just fill in, like I tell the AI, like they're good at this, they're hard worker, they're this, and it will weave that in there a little better. But if you need templates, boom, there you go. There you go. The only other thing I always like to remind people about Google Docs, and it's been around for a while, but people still love it. It is the easiest way to get content out, except for, using AI. But you can go to tools and then go to voice typing. This is great for students as well. If you have students that don't type very fast, but need to do a lot within a short amount of time. Hey, Google Docs, I'm just showing people how to use voice to text in your platform. Also, I'm working on a run-on sentence. So this is how you end a run-on sentence. You say period. Then you can say new paragraph maybe, or next paragraph. I can't remember which one it is. Hit return, new paragraph, next paragraph. Ollie Oxenfree. I have no idea. Something like that makes it go to the next paragraph. But there you go. Great way to get content out if you need to in a Google Doc. Okay. Crash course. What else is something very fun and special? These are all, I've got resources all throughout this thing. If you need access to it, resources, longer videos. This is a longer Google Sheets training. So it's like a 45-minute training. I did a live stream. You can have access to that. Just click on it. Let's see. I've got curriculum maps in here. Slide 73 is a really great way to track what you're already doing. And that way you can go in. So like, here's an example. At the end of the day, I would have my teachers go in and write what they did. I was like, don't tell me, don't come here on a Sunday afternoon and be like, I plan on doing this, this week. I don't need that. I want you to track what you're doing at the end of the day. 3:15 to 3:30 before you leave, go in and put in what you just did, what you just learned, what you just taught, and then give me a quick reflection. Okay. And you can even do drop downs if you want to make it quicker, but lots of different ways you can make that easy. And then next year, you have something to track and like work with you as you do this stuff. Google Classroom, I've got a couple videos on that. If you're interested, it's chill. If you don't use Google Classroom, I'm sorry that you have to use something else, but it's great. Most of you guys, a lot of people, like sometimes people hit me up about coming to their school. Can you do a Google Classroom training? I'm like, I can, but Google Classroom is really just a conduit to use everything else. Okay. If I want to show you, if I have time to show you one more thing that I love in Google, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you a differentiated Google form. And I have a template on this. Differentiated. Let's see if this can jump to what I want. Where you at, little buddy? There we go. Slide 224. Hey, Katie might go back to the words. That'd be cool. So I'll push a notification. In here, I've got a video. If you want to watch, it's like a 15-minute video on how to create differentiated Google Forms. It walks 17 minutes. It's going to walk you through it. This is one of the coolest ways to do a Google form. And you can do it easier now because you can have Brisk create the first template, and then you go in and create it to where it differentiates based on if students are doing well. So the idea is that you break it into pages. Everybody asks, maybe you give them the content, maybe they watch a video, they take notes, or maybe they just answer a question. And if they get it right, they move on to the next question. If they get it wrong, they're redirected, they get extra help, and then they come back and join everybody else. Great way to differentiate based on how students are doing. I love this one. It's a great way. I know a lot of teachers, and I've done it before, you put the videos teaching the content in there, they take notes and they answer a question. If they get it right, they keep moving forward. If they get it wrong, they see another video, take some more notes. And I like it because you're delivering the content in class, but you're not the one having to deliver it. You can walk around and assist. It's almost like you're creating a co-teacher with the video, whether it's your video or someone else's. So one of my favorite things to do with Google. Reminder, if you want, tarveracademy.com/resources. And once you type that in and you put in your email, you get access to a ton of Google templates, resources. Just take it, file, make a copy. I've got digital notebooks. I've got lesson plans, ChatGPT prompts, video resources, back to school stuff, tons of stuff that you can take and make your own if you want it. Okay. Then the last thing I want to show you is if you really want to level up, if you want, like, Tyler, what is the best thing in the world that you offer? tarveracademy.com/honor roll. So tarveracademy.com/ get out of here. Where'd you go, little buddy? /honor roll. This is my, like, those resources are all free. And so step out if you only want free. That's totally cool. I think this one's like $3 a month or $30 a year. And once you get in, let me see if I have access. Do I pay for my own stuff? Get access. I think I have an account. Sign in, little buddy. Let me see here. I think this is worth showing you. Nope. Let's see. Okay. There we go. So once you get access to the honor roll, you get access to all of my courses. So for instance, like, let's say you wanted to learn more about ChatGPT strategies to do with students. You click on here. It goes to this course that I created. Click on it. It's got a video. This is not public YouTube videos. This is just like a 6-minute, just for the people that are in the honor roll video. And then it's got key themes. Why is it helpful? I've got cheat sheets. Like, this is just one lesson, one module within one course. And so this is pretty much the best thing I have to offer. tarveracademy.com/honor roll. If you want to check it out, tons of courses in there. I've also got full trainings. If you like, hey, I don't want to do a course where it's like short video and then text, short video text. I'd rather just sit through like we just did. And I want to do like an hour long or 3 hour long or 6 hour long training. Maybe you have to knock out your summer PD. These are all the trainings that I've got. You can click on it. It's all available to honor roll people. So this would be like this is a 3-hour video walking you through how to do classroom management strategies. So I've got a ton of stuff in there if you're interested in utilizing that. So that's it. Honor roll is pretty much the best thing I got. If you're a person that presents, you can click on presentations. This gives you access to all of my presentations. Like, literally, it's the folder that I keep all my presentations in. These are all presentations I give for schools, trainings, keynotes. You can file, make a copy, and use it. And it's just trying to make your life easier, because I know it's so time consuming to do all this stuff. And I know how much work it is because I've done it. And so I don't want you to have to start from scratch or come up with it all on your own. So I hope that helped. If you want, tarveracademy.com/resources to get all those templates and tutorials and this presentation. And then if you want to really level up, tarveracademy.com/honor roll. So hope this helped. Hope it added you some value. Hope you learned at least one thing that you can use. Maybe makes your life easier, more organized, save you some frustration, save you some time. If it did that, I think it's better than 99% of professional development. So hope this helped. Y'all be good, stay sweet, and never stop learning. See you guys later. Y'all be good. Bye-bye. Later. Ludicrous. Don't say that.